Mailbag time. Today's question comes from Jake. He says, I am new to the world of SEO and my main goal is getting client results, so I have the confidence and proof that I can provide results. What are your thoughts on pricing at this stage? I thought about offering for free just to get experience, but I've had it backfire. I'm trying to figure out a sweet spot here. I offer web design and I've been in the past 18 months. I'm thinking about doing SEO as a complimentary service for the first 3 dentists who book my web design service. FYI, my target audience is shifting to dentists. Great question, Jake. And you kind of hit the nail on the head there. When you do free services, it can backfire for a number of reasons. One is that you can really encounter what's called scope creep, which is you do it for free and then they just keep asking for more and more stuff and you end up losing a ton of money and a ton of time and a ton of headaches. There's no guarantee that you're going to get them results. So I'm not a big fan of doing free services. I do like that you talked about is bundling things, right? So we do this a lot with our agency. So I'll give you us. I've been doing this for a long time. Obviously, we have an established business, but we're constantly tweaking our offer and our service to find out new angles, new offers, new avenues that we can use to get better results or drive additional leads for our clients. One of those things right now that we're going through is Facebook ads. And I'll give you the 2 examples. So web design, Facebook ads. I have tried to do web design a million times. I hate doing it. I don't want to do it because it breaks our process. It's a huge pain. It's a huge headache. And I have been burned a million times by trying to do it at a low cost for clients just to migrate them off the platform because they'll come in on like Squarespace or they'll come in locked into a contract with an agency and we'll migrate them to WordPress. And it always opens up a can of worms. Oh, now that we're doing this, can you change this? I don't like this, change this. I'm like, we're just copying and pasting your website. It's the same thing, but inevitably it opens up a can of worms and that scope creep comes in. So I've kind of like crossed that off of our list of something that I don't want to do, we're never going to do. We're always just going to outsource that to somebody else. Now we're looking at something also like Facebook ads. And what we're doing with our clients here is once they're getting to a certain point in the contract, established clients that we've been with for 8+ months, that like us, that trust us, that know what we're doing, that give us that leeway to run this new service, to do what you're talking about, which is to refine the processes, to get the confidence and to get the results. So that way we can go and sell it to other clients. Because I agree, like I would never sell something that I haven't done before or haven't gotten results with, or at least done it for ourselves to then understand, again, what the full process looks like, because this is where agencies get killed. They try and sell something that they're not really sure what they're actually selling because they don't know what they're getting themselves into, kind of like me with web design. That's why I've crossed it off the list. We'll never do it again. But when it comes to Facebook ads, what we're doing is we're going to some of our clients that have had really good results and we're basically offering it to them for free. That's what we're doing. I like going to clients that we have to try and build it out to get the experience with it. Because if you're going to new clients, if you're emailing people, cold emailing people like, hey, I'll do this for you for free for 3 months. I would only do that if you've got a ton of experience and you're confident in getting results so you can sign them to a paid retainer to do that long term. If you're not confident in your process and your results, I would try and work with people that you already have an established relationship with to give you that leeway and that freedom to offer it for free or at least cover your costs to do it. Another option is to do what I call like a tripwire offer. A tripwire offer is to sell them just like a little piece of it. So like to sell them a piece of an audit, right? And then upsell a whole retainer. So do like a website quality audit or, some content generation at a very low reduced cost to then, get their confidence in buying and then do it that way. So that's another option. But what I would suggest for you, Jake, is work with people that that you trust and that are going to give you the leeway to build out your process, because that is your investment in the product. If you look at like a product company, right? If you're developing cups, for an example, right? As a product-based company, your investment comes into product development, research, testing, all those different things that comes up front. A lot of agencies don't do that. They learn something online and they don't go through that testing and research process, that building of the actual process at SOP, and then end up selling it before it's ready. And then everything goes to shit eventually. You have the right mindset, right? Like you have to invest time, effort, resources, energy into building your systems and processes. It's not even for like the results of the case studies, but for me, it's more about like, can we identify the process so that way in the future, there's no surprises? Because again, what always happens with me in web design is there's always surprises. And those things I found are existential. There's nothing I can do to control that, right? Like a client wants changes. They don't like the colors. They don't like the fonts. I'm not doing that. I don't do any subjective services anymore. But Facebook ads is something that the results are black and white. Are you getting leads at a cost that makes sense for your acquisition lifecycle, or are you not profitable on this? So I want to go through that whole process from start to finish, onboarding, client communications, what type of creative do we need? What type of copy do we need? Who do we need to run this, right? To identify the roles needed, how much do they need to spend? Because then I have the confidence to then sell that. It's less about the results. A lot of people get stuck up on having like case studies to do it. You don't need case studies, honestly. Like if you have a specific avatar and you're speaking to their problems and you're good at communicating with them, then you don't need case studies to close them. Trust me, the process is more important than the case study. But you want to make sure that you're going through that to build a case study. As always, if you want to ask me questions, make sure to join the Blueprint training for just $199 through the link below, and I'll see you in the next video.